Hello and welcome to I Love Romance Novels, our live weekly webcast. Today our host is contemporary romance author AJ Harmon. AJ, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here on this beautiful spring day. And I am very happy today to welcome my guest, the lovely and talented Miss Shea MacLeod. Welcome, Shea.
Thank you. I'm really excited to talk to you today.
I love it when you come on and chat with me because for those who don't know, Shea and I are actually kind of buddies off the screen and outside of this little webcast, and so we have just had a wonderful weekend playing, didn't we, on Sunday?
We did indeed.
Yes, we did. And so it's always fun to chat with Shea. And you have some very exciting stuff going on in your author life right now.
Yes, I do.
You are a busy, busy girl. So tell everybody about your latest book.
Well, my very latest book is a prequel to my international best-selling paranormal romance series, Sunwalker Saga. It's called Kissed by Blood, and it came out a couple of weeks ago. So that's really exciting. And a week before that, I actually put out my very first cozy mystery novel.
Your cozy mystery. I love the cover of your cozy mystery.
Thanks.
Tell me about that. Is that a painting? Well, obviously it's something, but...
Well, it's a photograph, actually, of the Don Cesar Hotel in St. Pete, Florida.
Oh, okay.
But my awesome cover artist kind of made it look like a painting.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Well, that's very, very cool. So, you know, we've talked a little bit before, you and I, at different times about your cozy mysteries and writing those. And it's not something that everybody is really familiar with. It's kind of I don't know that it's necessarily a new genre, but it's kind of getting a little bit more mention and becoming more popular.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us exactly, you know, what traits does a cozy mystery have, other than probably it being a mystery?
Right. So yeah, clearly it's a mystery. Often murder mystery, but there are other kinds of mysteries as well. What really makes a cozy mystery cozy is that sex and violence are downplayed. They're in the background. Sometimes they're completely absent. Sometimes they're off screen. And the focus is often in a small group of people or a small town rather than like a big gritty city. Although some of them can take place in a city, it's still usually within a more village-like setting with a small, intimate group of people. So that's a cozy mystery.
And they've been around for a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, Agatha Christie is actually considered a cozy mystery.
Right.
At the time, she was typical for mystery novels of the time, but now she's considered a cozy. So, yeah. And you've got Leanne Dobbs and Jill Marie Landis and all kinds of really great authors. Yeah.
And the way that you had actually explained it in the group that we were talking about several weeks ago was as you said, you know, imagine Murder, She Wrote, you know, as a book. And so that's kind of a cozy mystery.
Right.
So something that, you know, you wouldn't necessarily, you know, hesitate to let your teenagers read.
Or my mother.
Yeah, or your mother. There you go, yeah.
In fact, I dedicated the book to her because I promised that one day I would write a book she could read. So
I understand completely. So this is your first cozy mystery that you've published?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so what's the plan for more? Is it part of a series? Are they all going to, is it standalone? How is that going to work for you?
So the series is called Viola Roberts Cozy Mysteries, and it follows a writer of romance novels as she travels around and solves various mysteries. So the first one is The Corpse in the Cabana, and I'm actually working on book 2 right now, which is called The Stiff in the Study. And
very nice title.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to play with that for a while. I don't have any particular plan about how long the series is going to be. I guess I'll write it till I run out of ideas. And you know how often writers run out of ideas.
Yeah, really. So will they be standalones within the series, so they're not going to have to read in a specific order,
Right.
or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there'll be some relationships that kind of grow from book to book, but in general, it's just going to be, each one is going to be a mystery that stands in and of itself.
Awesome.
Which is pretty typical of cozies.
Are they typically the same length as a standard novel? They're not a novella, or it's just a regular-sized book?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they do tend to be on the shorter side, like 45 to 60,000 words.
Okay.
But they are full-length novels, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
So you kind of your little fingers are in several genres. You like to write all over the board.
I do. One thing connects them, or I should say 2 things connect everything I write. One is there's always an element, or at least an element of romance in everything I write. Even the cozies, there's definitely a romantic interest. It will just kind of expand in a slower way than typical romances. The other thing is my humor. It's there in everything. It's snarky, it's a little sassy, it's a little bit sarcastic, and it's in all of them. So
just like Miss Shea MacLeod.
Just like me.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That's going to be wonderful.
I'm pretty excited.
Are you available on all platforms with your Cozy Mysteries?
Yes, I am. I'm on Amazon, iBooks, Kobo, and Nook.
And Nook. Awesome. Okay, fabulous. So, yeah, anybody who's interested in a cozy mystery, and this is the perfect time of weather for cozy mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite warm enough to be outside playing in the sun yet, so it's still good reading weather, so that's going to be awesome. Well, I'm very didn't think I was going to bring this up, but I will. You are not going to be able to make it to our Passion in Portland this year. So tell me where you're going to be instead.
I'm actually going to be at the Rose City Comic-Con in Portland at the Oregon Convention Center. I had signed up for it before realizing it was the same weekend, and so now I'm very sad.
So what is it about Comic-Cons that you really like doing? Because I know you just did the World of Wizard World, a few weeks ago. So tell me what it is about that you like, and the type of readers that you get to interact with at those versus a traditional signing like Passion in Portland.
Right. It's just kind of a whole different atmosphere. I mean, it's fun, it's geeky, there are people in costumes, and it's not just authors, there's artists and, vendors and all sorts of things. And I do tend to meet very similar, interesting enough, very similar readers to what I meet at like a romance novel signing. These are women generally, although there are men as well, who love geeky stuff. They love paranormal stuff, but they also like romance. And so to them, it's like the perfect, match. Right. And there aren't a lot of paranormal romance, urban fantasy authors that go to these things. So it's a different exposure, because also what I find is a lot of the people that go to a Comic-Con won't necessarily go to like an author event.
Right.
So it's just, it's a lot of fun. A lot going on, and it's exhausting. It's full on for like 2 or 3 days. Wow. And by the time I get home, I'm all like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
You need a hot bath for 4.5 hours.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, a couple of bottles of wine and some chocolate, and you're good to go.
At the very least.
Yeah, well, we will miss you this year, but hopefully, I think you're planning on coming back next year for Passion in Portland, so that will be good. So awesome. Well, we're gonna I'm gonna throw it back to Brad, because he's gonna tell us about a new little segment that we're gonna be adding into these little webcasts that we're doing. Brad, why don't you tell us about that?
Well, each week in our I Love Romance Novels Online with webcast, we're going to try to throw in some kind of game or competition for the artists, so we can actually test their minds, their agility, and their skills as authors. So this week we're going to do Finish the Story. So who wants to go first after I get this story started, AJ or Shea?
Being the host, I will let the guest go first.
Oh, gee, thanks. I'm going to thoroughly embarrass myself, I can tell.
That's okay. We're going to alternate sentences.
Okay.
Of this story, and you know, you'd think that I might even have a little bit of an edge, but I don't know what he's going to say. So we're both.
Oh dear.
So are we going to do the and then to pass the sentence, and then, like you do at the campfire?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to read off the first sentence for our. I don't know what type of romance novel this would be. I guess you guys will finish it out, and then when I go, and then it's yours, Shea, and then we'll see how long you guys can keep it going until the audience falls asleep or I buzz you out of it. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. She'd never entertained the idea of having an intimate relationship with an alien before, but there he was, sitting across from her, looking almost human and sexy as hell. And then...
the tentacles spread out of his back, and she screamed, dropped her coffee, and ran from the coffee shop. AJ?
Okay. And then the alien stood, turned around, and saw a more beautiful woman sitting right behind him, double fisting with 2 mocha lattes. And then
he strode up to her and said, "Hello, madam. I see you like to double fist your lattes." And then...
oh, this could go downhill very, very quickly.
You started it. You started it.
Oh, and then the woman stood up, leaving her coffee cups on the table, and with a gentle touch rubbed his scaly face and then stole his nose and ran away. Can I buzz myself out? Oh, dear.
I got nothing.
Okay, well, that was interesting. You sent us on a very interesting direction, Brad. That was that was interesting. Okay, I have a game for you today. Well, it's not really a game, but it's one that I'm curious. It's the word association game, Shea.
Oh boy.
I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to tell me the first thing that pops into your head, the first word that you think of, okay?
Okay.
Now, we both are romance writers, so some of these will probably relate to romance novels in some kind of way. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Salivate.
Sandwich?
Okay.
I've never salivated over a sandwich in my life, so I don't know.
So was that really the first thing that you thought of?
Actually, yes.
Okay, well, that works. Okay. Alpha.
Omega.
Cheesy.
Sci-fi.
Rope.
Hang.
Sleep.
Dream.
Gray.
Old.
Pound.
Oh God, you do not want to know what just hopped into my head. Bed.
Okay, we'll move on. Club.
Night.
Stroke.
You know, the thing in your head. It's hospital. I don't know.
Okay, there you go. Okay, that works.
Obsessed.
Page.
Book.
Airport.
People watching. I know that's 2 words, but come on.
Okay. Cover.
Novel.
Bottle.
Wine.
Heels.
Red.
Heart.
Love.
Huge.
Chocolate bar.
Teaser.
Geezer, did you say?
Teaser.
Oh, teaser. Facebook.
Scream.
A very good night.
I think we'll end on that one. Thanks for hanging with me, Shea.
Thank you.
We get to chat and have a good time.
For sure.
So when's your next book coming out?
Well, I should have the next Cozy Mystery out in May.
Awesome. So, new Cozy Mystery in May, first Cozy Mystery out in February. If you want to see Shéa MacLeod, head to Rose City Comic Con in September, or you can head over to her website at ShéaMacLeod.com. Is that correct?
That's right.
ShéaMacLeod.com. Thanks, Shea. Love ya.
Thank you. Love you too.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today on I Love Romance Novels Online. I hope we'll see you again soon on another broadcast.